Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we need to talk about this that was just revealed by Ninjago set designer Tooth Dominoes over on Twitter, because this is a pretty big deal for a lot of reasons, and there is some very interesting history surrounding this set right here. So essentially, following yesterday's video where we talked about the canceled Seabound Kai mech, this one right here is another one from the Ninjago archive. This ghost mech was meant to be the companion set to the Legacy Zane's Titan mech that came out the year before the year this was pitched for. It has a couple of painted ingots and brackets, so don't get too excited. So some parts on here are painted, not really molded in the color that they appear in, but essentially this right here is a ghost mech to be a companion to Zane's Titan mech. And that model is of course in reference to this set right here, the Titan Mech Battle from 2015, which was a Ninjago possession set that included not only Zane's Titan mech in its first form, but also this possessed Samurai X mech. This mech right here, the unused Legacy concept set, would have been a remake of the haunted Samurai X mech, or the Mechenstein as it was called at the time. Essentially in the show, like I said, this was just the ghosts possessing Nia's samurai mech, but this set actually included both mechs as a versus set, not just one mech. Again, if this Legacy set were to have gotten off the ground, this would have been its own set, which would have been a companion to Zane's Titan mech, as we can see right here with both of them together. A little bit more information surrounding this set. For the 2021 lineup, a spot opened up for a retailer exclusive Legacy bad guy set. As this is a rarity, there were a lot of contenders for what this would be. The final race ended up between the Overlord Dragon and a ghost mech. The Dragon won, and that's good. It was overdue. And here we see a nice face-off with the Titan mech. Again, going back to that classic Titan mech battle set, except instead of one set, it was going to be two distinct sets. I think they look very, very good together here. But yeah, the idea that only one Legacy bad guy set would be made to fill this spot is kind of sad, because there are many, many bad guy vehicles that, in my opinion, would have made for awesome Ninjago Legacy sets. Just off the top of my head, the Garmatron is a big one. Even the Misfortune's Keep, if Legacy would have done Skybound stuff, that would have been a great villain vehicle to redo. But the Overlord Dragon, I think, is a very, very good choice. And as much as I love this ghost mech, if it came between which one I would rather have, the Overlord Dragon and the ghost mech, I think the Overlord Dragon was a much better choice. As much as I would have loved to have seen this set get off the ground along with, again, other villain vehicles, Ninjago Legacy, if they were to make one villain set, I'm glad that it was the Overlord Dragon set. A set that, like Tooth Dominoes said, was long overdue. I mean, Ninjago fans were asking for an Overlord Dragon set for years, and Ninjago Legacy finally delivered. It's just a shame that not all of these things could exist in the same line. I feel like Ninjago Legacy, as much as I loved it, I would have loved to have seen a lot more villain-themed sets. I know for a while there, LEGO had a weird thing against villain sets. Maybe they could have combined Zane's Titan mech with this mech, maybe as a 2-pack, though that set probably would have been a little bit more expensive than a lot of Ninjago fans would have preferred. But overall, this design looks amazing. I love the look of this thing. The only thing that I'm not crazy about is the cockpit area, which I feel like the original ghost mech, I feel like they handled that a lot better. Granted, you know, this part is a little bit barren, a little bit open, a little bit too open for my taste, but this would have been super cool. In terms of what minifigures there would have been in this set, I can imagine maybe there would have been some Legacy ghosts in here, maybe even a Legacy Moro minifigure, which again is a design that we never got from Ninjago Legacy before it was canceled. I mean, we got a new Overlord minifigure in this same spot, so maybe there would have been a new Legacy Moro minifigure. Maybe Lloyd could have been included as well, or maybe Nia, considering that, again, this is a Legacy Samurai X mech, more or less, just haunted. But I love this thing. I think this thing looks cool. I love the color scheme, the dark blue, the light neon green here, the pale green almost. Again, very reminiscent of this original set. Not that many transparent parts, but maybe they would have changed that later. I know this set uses a lot of pieces that were not around anymore at the time of Ninjago Legacy, so maybe that's why they didn't use it. But still, very cool missed opportunity right here, and it kind of makes me sad because Ninjago Legacy could have been so much more, man. It could have been so much more. This set looks awesome, and I would have loved to have seen other villain vehicles, you know, get their time to shine. Again, the Garmatron is a big one. I hope that at some point in time they had designed a Legacy Garmatron. I mean, the original tweet, if you will, said that there were a couple of contenders for villain-themed sets. I mean, again, you know, just take a look at the Garmatron. This was such a weird set that really did not fit the vibe that it had in the show all that much. They could have easily done a proper Legacy remake of this thing, because obviously, you know, the Stone Army guys were around at the time of Ninjago Legacy. They had several Legacy sets with the Stone Army warriors. It just kind of sucks because it seems like LEGO had this weird thing against villain-based sets. And I know that obviously, you know, not every single villain set sells well. They've done many villain-themed sets before. Obviously, the ninja stuff sells better, but a companion piece to Zane's Titan mech probably would have done better. Then again, I'm not sure what the Garmatron would be a companion piece to. Maybe the Earth Driller, just because they came out around the same time and they are both, you know, final battle sets. But again, if I had my choice between the Ghost Mech, the Garmatron, or the Overlord Dragon, you know, obviously I would have chosen the Overlord Dragon. This one as well could have been a little bit bigger, dare I say, but I'm pretty happy with it, all things considered, and this was a very good set at the time. It still is a very good set. I love this set to death. Just the fact that it exists after, you know, how many years of Ninjago fans begging for it. With that being said, the Ghost Mech, you know, as much as I love it, I would have preferred the Overlord Dragon. It's just a shame that Ninjago Legacy ended when it did, because we could have had so much more coming out of Ninjago Legacy, not just for villain vehicles, but also for ninja vehicles, you know? There are many ninja vehicles that could have received a Legacy remake. We were just talking about things like the Tread Assault, and they could have gone even further. Again, Skybound stuff could have been included, even Hands of Time, Day of the Departed stuff. That's probably where they would have ended. That's probably as far as they would have gone, but even still, it's just a shame, you know, regarding what Legacy could have been and what it ended up being. I mean, I still loved it, but it could have been so much more. I've rambled enough about all of this, though. What exactly do you guys think about this Ghost Mech that was just revealed by Tooth Dominoes over on Twitter? Would you have loved to have seen this as an actual Ninjago Legacy set? And if so, would you have chosen this over the Overlord Dragon? That's a very good question that I feel like you guys should answer down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, and that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.